What's up, guys? So, got a little situation. First of all, I was way too close. Gridlife is in 2 days. We managed to get a spot, thanks to work, thanks to Nick Swan, and I'm really excited. This will be the first time I've really driven my car hard on a track, drifting, in almost 2 years because of COVID and everything like that. Maybe it's not been 2 years. It's been almost a year, maybe a little bit over a year. So I already started prepping the car. I changed the oil. I found a crack in the exhaust. We put some underglow on it, finally. Something that the racer in me has wanted since, I was young. So did that, and I was like, hey, we're going to check this out. I think that because I never really addressed the V-band flange between the manifold and the turbo, because it doesn't have the receiving groove anymore that centers it and everything. I was like, okay, let's just I'll re-RTV it on. There's a little bit of an exhaust leak when it's cold. However, that wasn't it. You can see I started loading and everything. Yeah, it was worse. All right, so this is my current situation. Turbo's off. I'm trying to leave it as kind of together as I can so I don't have to rebleed all the cooling system as much. Manifold was cracked really, really bad. So that's over here. And basically, the wastegate was trying to fall off, and it's cracked all through here. It's cracked behind this. It's cracked all through here, and then over here it's kind of like trying to explode. Not really sure why. Actually, it's probably because of using anti-lag and stuff like that. It's really common. Alright guys, so I've got some welding to do, and I'm just going to set you guys down for now because I really don't have much time, but I kind of wanted to take you guys through this prep because we are going drifting this coming weekend, and it's going to be a really, really big deal. I don't know about big deal, but fun time. Hurt's going to be there. Dan is going to be there. Jeff Stoneback's going to be there. And the plan is to get some good hangs in, be safe, and do some driving finally. All of us have talked about how awesome it would be to get together and drive forever. Well, it's finally, the stars have lined up, and Hurt's bringing his K-Series S13, which is on a Haltech. Dan's bringing his 2J-powered S14, also on a Haltech. Jeff Stoneback is bringing, he was talking about his JZX 100, which is the race car one. He has two, and or his S15, both JZ-powered, and it's going to be a party. It's going to be a party on track. It's going to be good hangs off track, and it'll just be really good to see some people I haven't seen in like 2 years. So I'm going to weld this thing up, and I'll show you guys what I found once I'm back together, or once I've got it welded up. Alright, so I just spent a while getting this thing welded up, but it was cracked basically everywhere. All through here, around part of the flange, all over this side, basically where this bar is, just trying to brace everything. It basically is trying to separate through here. This wastegate is creating thrust down, so it was cracked up in there. See if I can show you guys the inside. But basically anywhere it's kind of dark is where I welded, and as you guys can see, I welded in there a lot. So the next issue is that this flange got some heat in it, so I'm going to need to flatten it back out as best as I can so that it'll seal. So I'm going to do that, and then hopefully this thing's cool enough by then to get put back on. Okay, so I just took a file to this thing, and it's pretty flat still. Probably as flat as it was to begin with, thankfully. I've got a really good looking sealing surface here. I think with a little bit of RTV, this thing's going to be good to go. but it's still really hot, and I need to address this oil drain because it is leaking. Silly me, I didn't use right stuff like I usually do on threads here, and because it was so hot, the liquid Teflon stuff that I used basically just melted all out and started leaking. So I'm going to pull all this off. Probably should make sure I have a new gasket for this first, but yeah, I'm going to pull this off and reseal this with some RTV and put it back on. Okay, so I made some witness marks. I did a double on this side and a single over here so that I knew which direction it needed to face. And I cleaned it all off with some brake clean and loaded the threads up. There was a little bit of excess, as you can see, so I just wiped it around as kind of a little bit of extra insurance. Okay, so we're supposed to be loading the car up tomorrow, like mid-morning, early afternoon. So I don't have time to order a gasket. I'm just going to put the smallest amount of right stuff where the old gasket was. It came off pretty clean. It's not perfect, but it will definitely do for this event, because really after this car really needs to come apart, and all the things that I've been trying to do over the past year or 2 or 3, that I just, life, COVID, yeah, I mean, it hasn't happened. So it needs to happen. It's time. And so this is going to be kind of like a real send-off, one and done for the year, and just have a good time. But it needs to come apart. A lot of stuff needs to be refreshed. It needs to be gone through. The cooling system needs to be addressed. This thing really needs to have maybe an engine built for it, kind of to just do the same thing again. So basically beat it to death for like 5 or 6 years and then refresh it again. I really like to be able to just do that. Okay, is this the right way to do it? Absolutely not. But is this going to have to do for now? Yes, you can see there's very little on there, and the other the gasket is in okay shape. It did pull a little bit off, but like I said, it's going to have to do. I don't have time. So this is going back on there. We're going to bolt it back together. That needs to go back over here. Yeah, a lot to do, no time to do it. All right, well, that was a lot more work than I had anticipated. I am worn out, but everything's back together. I had pulled everything forward and forgot to put the wastegate back before, so I had to unhook all the lines. Now there's low on water. I guess we just need to start this thing up and see what it sounds like. My fingers are crossed. Honestly, whatever it sounds like, that's what we're going to do. That's how it's going. I'm beat. It's really late, but I need to make sure this thing runs and sounds okay, at least running-wise, since all of this. So I'm going to set you guys down, prime this thing since I just did an oil change, and we're going to fire this thing up. All right, I think it's in pretty good shape. I'm gonna let it draw the rest of this coolant in overnight, come back tomorrow morning, get it loaded up. But there's one last thing you guys need to see that I haven't shown you yet. All right. You guys ready? You guys ready? Oh yeah, look at that. So this is the kit that I got. It's from LED Glow. This is a company that Stoneback recommended, and I'll tell you what, it doesn't disappoint. It's got a little key fob remote deal. When the bumper's on, it just goes all in the grill, or I guess the air inlet. The back. This thing's super good. Super good. I'm excited. It's gonna be good. Alright guys, I'm excited. Got our underglow, we got our strobes. I got some new headlights coming. Not the whole housing, but bulbs so we can see for the night drift stuff. And I hope you guys enjoyed this, going through some of the heartaches of prepping a car to get ready for an event. But we're gonna make it. We're okay. I think, like I said, I'm calling it for the night. It's really late, and I gotta get up to still go to work in the morning, but we're gonna be loading up and everything. So the next video is going to be from Gridlife. So look forward to that. It's coming up. I'm going to try to get this up actually before Gridlife. We'll see if that happens or not, but I'm hoping. If not, it's going to be shortly after, and they are going to be back to back, very close together. So we're going to get some in-car footage. We're going to talk to all the guys, let you guys check out the event, and yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Have a good night. Bye.